friends, back with lesson 12's homework. This is on page 137. Just wanted to start with a homework helper. Some of the problems are going to tell us coins instead of a number. It is going to be easier for us if we draw out those coins. For all of these problems, we are going to do our read, draw, and write strategy. So we're going to read carefully, we're going to draw what we need, and then we're going to write equations and statements. Sometimes we won't need to draw out coins. Sometimes we can draw a tape diagram or a number bond, and that will help us with seeing what the whole and what the parts are. So it's all word problems today. And it tells us we can use the arrowway, a number bond, or a tape diagram. Sometimes we are going to need to draw those pictures. So this is page 139. We're going to read first, of course. Kevin had 100 cents. That's $1. He spent 3 dimes, 3 nickels, and 4 pennies on a balloon. How much money does he have left? So we know the whole. We need to know what the parts are. We actually don't know either part yet. We need to figure out what this that he spent. So I am going to draw 3 dimes, 3 nickels. Nickels are 5. And 4 pennies. Pennies are just 1. And count it up. This is how much he spent on his balloon. 10, 20, 30, now by 5s, 35, 40, 45, now by 1s, 46, 47, 48, 49. He spent 49 cents on that balloon. So my tape diagram is going to look like this. 49 cents. And this other part I don't know. My whole is 100 cents. Now I'm going to write my equation next so that I know exactly what I'm doing. And I can do it either way. I can say 100 minus 49 equals blank, or I can say 49 plus something equals 100, because the parts add together to make this. So I can either subtract from 100 or add my 2 parts, counting up from 49. Now I think it's easier, for me, it's easier to count up on the arrowway than to count back. So that's what my preference is. You can do it either way though. So if I'm counting up from 49, I'm going to start by adding what I can to get to the next 10. I have 49. What do I need to get 9 to the next 10? I'm just going to add 1. And that's going to give me 50. 50 is a much easier number to add with. 50 plus what equals 100? Well, 50 is half. So I'm going to add another 50. These two together are the missing part. When I add this to 49, I get 100. So we added 1 and 50. So he has 51 cents left. On the next one, I'm going to go backwards from 100 so that you can see the 2 ways of doing it. All right? Now let's read first to see what we need. Colin bought a postcard for 45 cents. He gave the cashier $1. How much change did he receive? What's our whole? Our whole is $1. And we know one of our parts. He spent 45 cents for a postcard. So I have $1 and one part is 45 cents, and we don't know what that other part is. So we can say 100 cents minus 45 cents equals this, or 45 plus something equals 100. Now, 45 going up to 100 is what we did this way, right? So this time I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to subtract the arrow way. I'm going to start with 100. I need to be taking away 45, but 45 isn't an easy thing to subtract. So I'm going to break it up. I'm going to break it into 40 and 5. So the first thing I'm going to subtract is the 40. So 100 minus 40, 10 tens minus 4 tens. Got to know those 10 facts. 10 minus 4 would be 6. So 10 tens minus 4 tens is 6 tens, or 60. Now I still have to subtract that other part. So 60 minus 5. 55. That is our other part, 55 cents. He got 55 cents change. So going backwards and subtracting is really not that hard. You're actually telling you what you have to subtract. I don't know why. I think addition is easier. Let's move on to the next one. Eileen spent 75 cents of her dollar at the market. How much money does she have left? Okay. Same thing. What is the whole we have? Altogether, she had a dollar, which is 100 cents. She spent, one part of it is 75 cents. We need to know what this part is. We can do it either way. 100 minus 75, or what? We can start with our part. 75 plus something equals 100. So 100, going back, I'm going to split that up. 70 and 5. I don't want to subtract 75. That's not easy. So I'm going to subtract 70. 10 tens minus 7 tens is 3 tens. What do I still have to subtract? The other 5. So 30 minus 5, counting backwards by 5s, is 25. So 25, 75 plus 25 equals 100. You can do it going upwards from 75 too. 75, we would need to add 5 to get to the next 10. And from 80, we need to add 20 to get to 100. 20 and 5 is 25. So Eileen has 25 cents left. Let's look at the second page. So what I'd like for you to do is on each of these, go ahead and solve it on your own. Pause the video and then turn it back on and check your work with mine. Some of these are going to be where you have to figure out what the part is. You're going to have to add up those coins. And sometimes they are going to tell you the parts, right? On all of them, we are going to get into a situation of counting up to 100 or subtracting from 100. On this first one, I'm going to draw the coins. So 6 nickels, a nickel is 5, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nickels, 1 dime, a dime is 10, and then 11 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, almost all my space is taken up with my coins. So now we're going to count it up. I'm actually going to start with the 10, it's easier. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now this is a group of 10 right here. So if this is 40 and another 10, I have 50. And then 1 more cent. So she has 51 cents. She needs $1 to buy this puzzle. So how much more does she need? 51 plus something equals $1 or 100 cents. 100 minus 51 equals blank. I think I could do this in my head. If she had 50 cents, she would need 50 cents to get to 100 or $1. But she has 51, so she doesn't need quite 50. She needs 1 less than 50. What's 1 less than 50? 49. Now we can do this 100 the arrow way. 100 minus 50 minus 1. That comes out to the same thing. She needs 49 cents. That one was a little weird. If you're really struggling, you can keep the video on and do it with me, but challenge yourself if you can to pause it, do it yourself, and then turn it back on to check. Garrett found 19 cents in the sofa and 34 cents under his bed. How much more money will he need to find to have $1? Well, we need to know what he's got right now. He's got 19 and 34. We need to add that together in order to get to $1. If this was a number bond, it would look like this. We would have our 100 at the top, and then we would have 19, 34, and another part that we don't know. All together, these have to add up to 100, but we're going to have to add these two together first in order to find out what that other part is. So 19 and 34. Now I am going to share one of these because 19 is really close to 20. So if I take one of these and give it to that, it's going to be a much easier problem to solve. So I'm taking one away from that, which would give me 33. And then this is 20. So I'm going to have 20 plus 33. 0 and 3 is the ones. 2 and 3 is the tens. 19 plus 34 equals 53. Now I have the same setup that we've had. In order to get to 100 cents, how much more do I need? 53 plus something equals 100. 100 minus 53 equals something. So again, since we're working with 50 and 100, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. 50, 100 minus 50 gives me 50. And then what do I still need to subtract? I still need to subtract 3. 50, counting backwards, 47. So 53 plus 47 equals 100. He needs 47 cents to get to $1. Sorry about my H. I started to make a small one instead of a capital. We only have 2 more. So if you're working on your own, keep doing that and keep checking. If you haven't done it by yourself yet, this is a good time. This is well, maybe it's not that much straightforward. Kelly has 38 fewer cents than Molly. Molly has $1. How much money does Kelly have? So Kelly has 38 cents less than Molly. Remember when we were doing our graphs? This is a comparison problem. We want to know what is the difference between 38 cents and $1. Well, actually, this is saying that 38 cents is the difference, right? Same thing. We are going to say 38 plus something equals 100 cents, or 100 cents minus 38 equals something. Kelly's amount. This is how much Kelly has. If we did this as a tape diagram, this would be Molly. Molly has 100 cents, or $1. Kelly has some amount that we don't know. We don't know. What we do know is that the difference here is 38. This is still a part. So it is this part plus this part equals this, the whole. Same thing. So we can go up or down. Let's go up this time. 38. What would I need to add to get to the next 10? I'm just going to add 2. 8 plus 2 is going to be 10. So 38 plus 2 gives me the next 10, which is 40. And now I need to get from 40 to 100. 4 tens plus something equals 10 tens. So 4 plus what is 10? 6. So 4 tens plus 6 tens, or 60, equals 10 tens, or 100. So now don't forget, it's not 60 isn't the answer, it's both of these things. We added 2 and 60 to 38 to get to 100. So we need to add these two together to get our missing part. 60 plus 2, 62. Kelly has 62 cents. The next one is pretty much the same thing. Mario has 41 more cents than Ryan. Mario has $1. How much money does Ryan have? Mario has $1. We don't know how much Ryan has, but we know that the difference is 41. So how much does Ryan have? We're still missing a part. 100 minus 41 equals 41 plus something equals 100. Same thing, okay? 41 cents more means that's the difference between the numbers. It's a part. 38 cents fewer means that's the difference between the numbers. It's a part. If we are missing a part, we can subtract or we can count up to get to the number. So here we go. I am going to subtract, or add this time, 41. What do I need to add to get to the next 10? I have a 1, so I'm going to add 9 more. 41 and 9 gets me to 50. Well, that's super easy then. What do I need to add to 50 to get to 100? 5 tens plus 5 tens equals 10 tens or 100. Adding both of those together, it's 59. Ryan has 59 cents. Now, a lot of times they ask us this question differently. They'll say, Ryan has this and Mario has this. What's the difference? How much more does Mario have? But it doesn't matter which they're asking us. If they're asking us the difference or if they're asking us what one of the people has, that is still a part. We have a part and we have the whole. I know it was hard work. Thanks for working hard and doing your best. I'll see you next time.